Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Ryan Bean.
You're listening to the Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
How's it going, Ryan?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Well, let's get started. So let's talk about what you wanted to be when you were really little. Let's talk about, do you want to be an agent when you grew up?
Yeah, no, I can't say that ever crossed my mind in kindergarten.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I thought about this the other day. I was talking to my wife. My kindergarten teacher had actually asked us, what do we want to be when we grow up? And I said Buzz Lightyear.
Huh.
That's a good answer.
She was like, no, you can't be Buzz Lightyear. We'll make you a pilot instead. And I was like, no.
It's not the same.
Yeah, but for real, I wanted to teach, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be a professor at a college. I thought that sounded prestigious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Nice.
So
how did you get to wanting to be a college professor into
That's
where you are now?
That's a really good question.
Take us on your journey through that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it had a lot to do with watching Harry Potter.
Okay.
Reading those books, watching that growing up, something like that. I always wanted to be scholarly.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, but I didn't really fit in with that archetype all that much.
Yeah. Well, did you go to school for being a professor or anything, or did you?
Yeah. So I did all the normal steps, right? You graduate high school, you go to college, you got my degree. And after that, I kind of took a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Married my wife.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be married 4 years this fall. We have been together 12 years this year.
Nice.
So that was about time. And from there, my dad's actually an attorney. So I kind of thought to myself, you know what? This would be nice to have this set up. And so I went to law school.
Okay.
And realized that wasn't really what I wanted.
Yeah.
Not kind of like a expectations versus reality type thing.
Yeah.
And so now we're here.
Yeah. So were you doing the lawyer thing and you're like, I just want to switch over to be an agent.
Yeah.
Or when was your first thought of that going, I'm doing this?
We were searching for a house actually at the time that I was applying to law school.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still taking the LSAT prep classes to get into law school, and we had an agent, and we became really good friends with her. Mm-hmm. And after we got into a house finally, and I went to law school, I got in, but I left in my first year.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, this isn't working out. And she was like, why don't you just get your license and come work with me? And I was like, that sounds awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool how it worked out. Did you, are you still working, or did you go work with that agent?
Yeah. I'm actually with her now. We switched brokerages since then. But I'm still doing law. I'm still doing some legal work in the family office, as well as being an agent. So I'm trying to juggle a lot of that kind of life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I bet that's probably helping you out with just being an agent as well, isn't it? Probably just for some of the stuff.
Yeah.
It's real helpful understanding the contract side of it for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what are you like kind of doing right now for like marketing and stuff like that you guys, what's your kind of main thing you guys like to market with, I guess?
A lot of social media posts. Kind of boosting those Facebook, Instagram ads kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my main source of advertising for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, those work really well. I know Eric Wright we had on the podcast, and he's really big at social media stuff too. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. So how long have you been an agent then? Was it a couple years now, or what? How long have you been an agent?
Yeah, I got my license in fall of 2019.
Nice.
Okay.
So my first year coming in during a pandemic.
Yeah.
That was right out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take us to your first transaction with that. I know you said it was during quarantine. So how did that play out for you?
Fortunately, my first few transactions were prior to quarantine.
Okay.
So that all happened in winter of last year of 2020. And I'm trying to kind of steer away from the traditional cold calling, door knocking
Mhm.
style. So
Yeah.
I'm really trying to work warm my kind of circle, my
Yep.
interpersonal circle.
Yep.
And so it was that, and it worked out really smooth, fortunately.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, how was your first year in real estate then with the pandemic? What was your thought about that?
That was fun. I don't think my general idea of house pricing is too normal right now. My first year in it, trying to
Yeah.
beat out 50 offers on one house, kind of thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Especially,
crazy. It's fun though.
What's
I
been
love it.
yeah, what's been your most memorable experience this past year?
Oh man. Honestly, it probably had nothing to do with actual real estate housing, but being shut down in my
Yeah.
first year and I couldn't practice my career path for
Yep.
like 2 or 3 months.
yeah.
So I think that'll stick in my memory for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep.
What kind of for looking back on it now, what kind of advice would you give somebody that would I mean, I guess experience something like that with the pandemic and everything? What would be something you could give an advice for an agent?
Yeah. Honestly, I would tell them to just, this is gonna sound cliche, but to just be themselves,
Mhm.
to market you. It doesn't matter who you're with or where you're from, but you want to be the reason that someone comes to you. So to reach out, be part of the community, be a productive, helpful, kind member of your local area. And that's the advice I was given.
Yeah.
And it works out beautifully, and it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was there anything you did during the lockdown that kind of helped you out to launch you right when we were able to go back to work?
I think the heavy social media posting was really helpful because I
Yeah.
had a lot of time on my hands,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
We were all stuck at home, so it was like 2, 3 posts a day kind of thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Boost this, boost that, and I think that really helped out a lot.
That's awesome.
Do you do your own ads? I know you mentioned that you were big on like the Facebook or Instagram ads. Do you do your own?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use a free app called I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Yeah, no worries. So you're using
name drop things here.
Yep.
yeah, you guys do whatever. Whatever you
yeah,
want to
so
share is totally fine with us.
Yeah. Well, I don't get paid by the app, so
Not
Hey, let's
sponsored.
get sponsored.
Right?
Let's
Yeah.
get sponsored. I'm just kidding.
yeah, right. I make them all on my phone, and
Okay.
I
Sweet.
do it in my downtime. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Kind of
Do you
like
do
a little graphic design type thing.
Yeah.
yeah? Do you do stories or do you just kind of do posts? What do you normally do for posts or stories?
Both. I have a little bit of a recipe for my weekly
That's cool.
posting. One day I'll do, visit my website for buyers to
Mhm.
kind of utilize our version of the MLS.
Yep.
Another day it'll be like a CMA for sellers. Another day would be like why I'm part of the brokerage that I'm at, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it's been working out for you good so far. So keep
Yeah.
at that. So that's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep. What kind of goals you got coming up in the next couple years? Now, hopefully, we'll have a full year of no pandemic. Oh, of
Yeah,
course, we're still
right.
kind of in it, but
Yeah, we're still kind
but
of.
I'm
like-
not holding my breath.
not
but,
locked down.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to have my own team up and running,
Okay.
and within the next 5 years, and attract agents to kind of reach out throughout all 50 states.
That's awesome.
Have a nice network of referrals going. If we have a friend moving to another state, it would work out really well.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
I've got a random question
Ooh,
for
a
you.
random question for
Yeah,
you.
Are
sure.
Ready?
you ready for it? Are you
Ooh.
sure?
I don't know.
Okay, it's super random. It has nothing to do with what we've been talking about at all, but we like to
Sure.
ask brain teasers. Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich? And then you have to explain.
Ooh, that's a great question. I guess on a technicality, it would be. I would say it would. It's meat carried between two sides of bread.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
know
What's the
a lot of
difference?
people have been
Really,
like,
I mean, you just
it's on the fence.
flip it
Yeah.
and it's a hot dog.
Yep.
Yep.
That
Sweet.
works.
That's awesome.
That works.
Is there anything else you want to share with everyone before we go?
Oh, well, that's a great question.
I like it. I like it. How can people get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach out to me by email.
Mhm.
I'm ryanbeanrealtor@gmail.com. And then my phone, 810-569-1462.
Sweet.
And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, at all of them. I'm at Ryan Bean Realtor.
Sweet. That's
Awesome.
exciting. Awesome. Well, thanks for being on.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's been kind of a secret dream of mine to get into podcasting and everything. So I really appreciate you having me on here today.
Yep, that's awesome.
We'll have to have you back on in a couple of years to see where you are with that 5-year goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
for
absolutely. Are these working? There we go.
Oh, there we go. I think that worked. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at it? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like,
It might be there.
might be right there too,
Somewhere.
somewhere.
Find it. It's red.
Yeah, and it's
Red.
blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review for listening to on Apple. That'd be cool.
5
5-star
stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.